Honeywell performed well during another weak year in the global economy. We grew sales 4% to $39.1 billion and earnings per share by 11% to $4.97. Our segment margin rate grew 70 basis points to 16.3%, and free cash flow grew to $3.8 billion. As usual, we also took the opportunity to continue our seed planting with products, technologies, geographies, services, processes, and add new capacity to ensure that growth continues far into the future. Our performance on the 5-year plan we established in 2010 has been quite good, despite economic and foreign exchange headwinds that cost us about $3 billion in sales over that 2010 to 2014 period. We expect to almost touch the bottom of our targeted sales range of $40.3 to $40.7 billion, growing sales 6% annually. And we expect to be around the midpoint of the margin rate range, a margin rate increase of approximately 350 basis points. That outperformance over the last 5 years will continue through the application of our business model comprising 3 items: a great portfolio of businesses, a focus on internal processes, and a culture that learns, evolves, and performs. With the recently announced divestiture of Friction Materials, we're now at a point where about 99% of the company's sales come from great positions in good industries. That is, markets where we can win with differentiated technology. And there is a lot more opportunity to ensure the machinery works better every day through our key process drivers: the Honeywell Operating System, Velocity Product Development, Functional Transformation, and now the Honeywell User Experience. Improving those processes constantly allows our 130,000 plus employees to be more efficient and effective every day. We can make all kinds of great business and strategic decisions, but if there aren't great processes to implement them, it doesn't matter much. Culture is equally important to sustain performance. The ability to learn and evolve faster than our markets, to be a thinking company, to recognize the trick is in the doing, to see the difference between compliance with words and compliance with intent, the ability to accomplish 2 seemingly conflicting things at the same time, to achieve our quarterly targets while seed planting for quarters next year and 7 years from now. Culture makes a difference, and ours is hugely different from what it was. We will continue to be a strong cash generator and have a balanced cash deployment approach. At year end, the cash balance was $6.4 billion, and debt was $8.8 billion, causing a lot of investor questions along the lines of, "So Dave, what are you going to do with all the cash?" My first response is that no one should worry about me blowing it or doing something silly. And after 12 years in this job, it's really nice that investors generally accept that, because they weren't quite so sure in the beginning. Our first priority is to continue driving superior cash flow by having high-quality earnings. In this decade, we have averaged about 122% free cash flow conversion, meaning very high-quality earnings. The next priority is to keep seed planting. That's particularly noteworthy now as we invest more heavily in performance materials and technologies for new production capacity to support orders we've already won. That's a very nice position to be in, where plants are basically full the day they're completed. We'll spend an additional $300 million of CapEx in 2014 and about the same amount again in 2015, largely driven by PMT plant projects. The next priority is to pay a strong competitive dividend that we can be reasonably confident will never be cut. Importantly, share owners should have reasonable confidence that the dividend will continue to grow in the future as we perform. Over the last 10 years, we have increased our dividend per share 140%, from 75 cents to $1.80 per annum. I used to say that after CapEx and dividends, there were 2 other potential uses for cash: share repurchases and acquisitions. Now I would add a third, and that is to let cash build a bit. When it comes to share repurchases, we want to do enough on an ongoing basis to keep share count flat. Beyond that, we want to be opportunistic so we're buying at the right time. Letting cash build a bit will also let us be more opportunistic to do more smart acquisitions, something we do very well and now have a lot of credibility given our performance. We continue to adhere to a rigorous, disciplined process that results in not overpaying, great execution, and terrific results for share owners. The ability to be opportunistic with both buybacks and acquisitions is why letting some cash build gives us that flexibility. Additionally, given the uncertainty of the economic times, who knows what'll happen? In uncertain times, cash is a good friend to have. We're really proud of what we've been able to accomplish, and even more excited about where all our seed planting is going to take us. Our leaders will continue to focus on the customer and understand that if we don't do a good job for customers in quality delivery, new products, and project delivery, then there won't be any success for our employees or our investors. Our customers' success is our success. Well, we've done a great job driving operational performance and achieving a total shareowner return of 219% over the last 5 years, approximately 1.7 times the S&P 500. We believe the best is still yet to come for Honeywell.